My name's Jay Reinenberg and I'm 23 at the moment and I own JDR Motorsports KTM race team. I'm an only child, so I'm best friends with my parents, and for me growing up, whether it was playing pool or eating dinner, there was always some sort of a race or some sort of a competition. So it was a really competitive environment just with my family, but it was definitely a nurturing environment and one that I learnt and took a lot out of. The reason we came to America after not that long in Australia is because I came from a really competitive family and a really competitive environment when I was growing up. I was always taught that to be the best, you had to beat the best, and the best race in America, and that's why we're here.
Be the inaugural red plate holder.
For the race team to run at its optimum level and to win in this environment, it just takes everything. All the crews stay here till midnight some nights, and there's no weekends off. Over in America, it's every single weekend we race, so it really starts to stack up. For us at JDR, it's just about the people that we have around us here. I'm really young and I don't have the experience that some of the guys bring, but I like to learn everything in that guys like Nate and Vince try to teach me. So I think the quality of people that we have here and always have had is really what's made the difference for us. For me, being so young, it definitely is tough, and I've dealt with it the whole time I've had JDR. When we very first started, I was 18, and a guy like McFarlane came into the team who's, in his mid-30s. He's raced in the World Championships in America, and he's seen everything. So for me, it was not necessarily about telling those guys what line they need to take or what they need to do. It was gaining experience, and I've always tried to do that. So for me, it definitely is hard to get the respect out of some people, but I think when they see that I'm a hard worker and I've got my head and shoulders screwed on straight, then they slowly come around. In Australia, we roughly go through around 24 bikes a year, divvied up between 4 riders, and then they each have a race bike, they each have a spare race bike. In the USA, we go through a little bit less, but we work it differently. Instead of getting a bike out of the crate, we just build it from the frame to the swing arm. We get all the motor parts separately, and then all of a sudden a bike comes to life out of just spare parts. To do it properly, there's so many different levels you can run a race team at over here, and I mean, to do it properly, you're looking at a multi-million-dollar operation. It's around the $2 to $5 million mark. So I think the whole industry's changed a lot in the fact that it's not about putting a logo on the side of the semi and going racing anymore. You really have to really work hard for the money and try and communicate with as many people and fans as we possibly can now. We have a huge Facebook following now, and we always update our fans with different videos and competitions and really try to get the whole JDR family involved and keep everyone up to date with our progress and what we're doing. For us, in the USA, winning definitely is the main thing, but as a side note to that, we want to see Aussie riders grow into American champions as well. To get a guy onto the podium was really rewarding for us. It shows that the program works. So, there's always going to be an Australian on the team, even if it's only for a few races as a guest ride. But it's such a great platform for the Aussie riders to dip a toe into the American scene and see how they can stack up.